Quick tour around my mobile diagnostic truck. Some guys were asking me how I have stuff set up. So I got 2-aught wire running up to the front battery. Comes to this battery isolator back here. And I got some bus bars. These are 3/8. They have covers that go over them. Like that. Here's the ground. And they go right to the batteries. There's a positive on one end of the bank and a negative on the other. And then I just added a fuse box here. The wiring's kind of messy because waiting for a relay box to come in. And then all this stuff that's taped will be eliminated. I just have it there for testing, and all this wire will get loomed and zip tied and organized. And here's a fuse box. I mean, not a fuse box, but a switch panel. This one does the battery isolator. This does the interior lights. And the interior lights I have set up with these reed switches, and then there's one on the end of the door, so that when these are closed, oh, and like over here I got bins with like zip ties taped, and it's all organized. But like I was saying, when these are closed, the lights will go off. See that? And when you open it, they come on. And I got my inverter up there, one of them. I have a pure sine wave inverter coming. I got this display. This will monitor the current coming in and out. These lights usually pull around 2 amps when on. And like if I turn my inverter on, you'll see this will spike up real quick. And it'll settle. I have more switches because I added some USB ports around here for charging, and it's going to be set up with a air compressor. And I also have 2 tanks coming. One's coming with fuel and one's coming with water, because the last couple weeks all I've been doing is needing water to mix with coolant, and people are running out of gas, and it's getting a little ridiculous. And that way I can mount them underneath the truck. And then I have this inverter slash power supply set up to power the lights. It's set up for 12 volts only. Well, I have it set up just for 12 volts so I don't overheat the lights. And then back here, a jumper cable port that goes directly to the batteries. There's no fuse or anything in line. And then back here is my onboard charger that I can plug right into mains power and charge the bank up and keep it running. Here's the plug. I got an RV connector coming that I'm going to mount in the bumper for charging it. But yeah, that's the setup. And there you can see back there. Oh, and one other thing, in case anybody wants to use a battery isolator, you need to put a diode right here. You need to put a diode in reverse polarity. Found this out on a audio forum that I'm in to stop the inductive kick from this relay. Like this relay, or isolator, whatever you want to call it, it's 500 amps. And when this thing turns on and off, if you are touching any of these metal surfaces, you get a pretty big shock. It's like 120 volts shock, but it doesn't feel like AC. It's weird. It's like, kind of reminds you like a bee sting. And here's the diodes. I ordered a pack of 10 of them, and these are good for 6 amps, 1000 volts. But yeah, that'll stop the inductive kick, and that also stops it from burning out these LEDs. Because I had a setup similar to this in another vehicle, and it kept burning out the LED for the battery isolator when it's on. It wouldn't burn out the one down here. I think it's down here. This one's on when the lights are, like when the dome light and stuff is on. But this one turns on when it's actually on, and it would burn it out. It would burn out pretty quick. Like it would be like 5 cycles, and that LED would be completely burned out. And I didn't know what was doing it. But there you go, quick tour. It's coming along.